Alright guys, so just a couple of weeks before the end of the HellHades free-to-play challenge, and we need to talk. So one of the biggest mistakes I feel I have been doing is how I've been handling the account, okay? So if you guys see here, I actually jumped up to 14th, not by much, but a lot of it has to do with how I'm changing how I play the game. Because I made one of the biggest mistakes ever, and we need to talk about it. What's up guys, this is your boy Rusian in another Raid Shadow Legends video on the HellHades 2025 free-to-play challenge. So, as I was telling you guys, I jumped to 14. Now, let me be very clear, I am not paying that much attention on my position as of right now. It's just something I feel I need to check sometimes, how I'm moving. But I'm not actually doing that on purpose. It's just what is happening. Listen up, click on the link in the description right now and get a free legendary Karato and 4 amazing epics as you level up. And here are the steps you guys need to follow to be able to get those. Step 1, log out of Player in Play on PC. If you never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work in there too. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champion. And here you go. You find Karato here, as well as Uugo, Rector Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. This is an amazing account starting Raid, so click on my link on the description below and follow these steps. One of the things you guys can start realizing, for example, as of right now, I have 13 6-star champions, and I could actually have more, but it makes no sense for me to be just leveling up. And that was something in the beginning I did, but for the last couple of weeks, one of the main things I've been doing was not focusing on that, but focusing on creating chickens to when I have a need for a champion, I can get him 6-star. Great haul development, not something I'm so worried because I need to get to affinity level 9 right now, and I still have about close to 45 to go. So yeah. Faction Wars, something I've been working on. As you guys see here, 382 points. And tomorrow, hopefully, I actually gonna be getting a lot higher because some of the factions that I have barely worked on gonna be opening. Classic Arena, Gold 5. As of right now, should be able to get to Platinum hopefully at some point and get up here. Tag Team Arena, hopefully I get Fortune next week. Now, one of the things we need to look, right? Current fastest champion. Could I actually get on the board? Yeah. But it would be kind of a cheating score. What means I would just put fast enough gear in a champion, run one time, and that would give me a place on the board. The problem is it would not help the account. So it's something that it may happen by the end of the competition, but not going to be doing right now. So a lot of those things in here, if you guys see, I think the biggest issue is Demon Lord, because if you guys see the people on top, and some of them are the same people, they're on top on the scoreboard across everywhere, but it has more to do with Nightmare, right? So if you guys look all the way in the bottom, so Demon Lord Clan Boss, right? If you are able to go Ultra Nightmare, for each 1,000,000 points, you get 10 times multiplier. So if you make 43 million points, you're getting 400 something points, right? 430 points free. So this is, I believe, what really dictates a lot of people how high they're gonna actually be getting on the board, because a lot of points. Same thing with Hydra and same thing with Chimera. Now, those, they require certain champions, okay? That I could pull in then like 2 days before the competition ends and just completely change the game. But that's the problem, because I've been extremely worried about those things. Getting luck with the game and not focusing in what I have. So if you guys look in here, if you look at all my champions, let's take a look, include Master Vault, include Reserve Vault. So I have pretty decent champions, right? One champion that is making a huge change on Fire Knight that actually got me all the way to stage 21 and very close to get stage 22 is Life Taker. Now, if you guys look at Life Taker in here, she has a common boots, right? Sure, 5-star. She has 5-star chestplate with nothing to talk about. 10% HP. She has a crit rate gloves. What I really feel she doesn't need, if I get something good in the sense of probably HP, I could probably change that because I am not using her for attack. What is helping me is her A1 having attack an enemy 2 times and giving a heal reduction, and attack the enemy 3 times and decrease speed on the Fire Knight. So basically she is my control champion. The other thing is on this, she has a 50% chance of decrease the target thunder meter by 10%, and it books all the way up to 75% chance. So great champion, and a couple of runs, the Fire Knight could not even take a turn, or barely, because I also run her with Armiger. So pretty much, the only thing I use Armiger on the Fire Knight is his A1. So decrease turn meter by 30% if the attack's critical. So, but also, if you guys look at his gear, besides for those boots, that really everything's flat stats, chest, little bit of speed, 40 defense, crit rate, sure, 5, not too bad, some defense, some HP. He's not doing that much. Okay, and the accuracy is very low as well. Now, 90% of the times, yes, he'll reduce the turn meter, but I would need this accuracy a little bit higher, and his crit rate a little bit higher just because affinity issues. So, what I'm trying to say is, I have the champions I need to be able to move up in scores. Okay, now a lot of times if I and I think that's one of the major issues I've been doing. I think it's because I've been focusing on a lot of other things as well, like the documentary I've been running. So let's take a quick look in here. All right, so I know for a fact that I ran all the way up to 21, right? Now the problem is when I ran, I didn't have the artifact extractor open. So let's go back. Let's look the one I actually ran. Okay, so this is, let me see which one. Actually, my team's not showing up, which is fine. Let's take a look. Dragon. Okay, so I have been able to go to Dragon Hard all the way to stage 2, and somehow it's not showing. So what I was trying to make as a point, but I think it's not possible for me to do right now, is that yes, a lot of times, if I run the extractor, I am not going to be able to see anything that can help the account, right? There's no teams that can run this level. But the reason why is because you guys have to understand, the accounts of content creators are not like any other account, okay? Let's be honest. The way we're running, the equipment, the teams we have, are not teams supposed to be running Dragon Hard, for example, okay? And because of that, a lot of times if I go to the extractor, if I go to HellHades website, I'm not going to see anything that can actually progress, right? Because I have to be the first one. And that's one of the biggest issues. I've been focused so much in what I can't do, okay? That I'm not focusing in what I have and what I can do. I have great champions, Whisper. Now, problem is, Whisper, I feel it's a little bit hard for me to be able to actually build on the free to play for what I need her to do. But I have other champions. Melga, for example, really good champion. We have champions, even rare champions, that can make a huge difference. I am planning to try Hide Stitcher Born, basically because, as you guys know, very hard to find skinwalkers for faction wars. I do have 5, just not good 5 ones, so I'm probably gonna be using him. He's A1, attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a decreased attack debuff. A2, place a resistant buff in all allies. Also place a shield. So good control, and heals all allies by 50% of this champion's max HP, right? And fills the turn meters of the allies by 15%. So good champion. Now, those are untapped champions. I've been wasting my time just focusing on, oh, what's the next pool gonna be, and not focusing what I can do with what I have, all right? And yeah, I feel it's been a huge disservice on the account, but we still have about 3 weeks to go, and anything can change. And yes, if you guys are looking here, the amount of food I have been making, it's insane, okay? So like, let me say, for example, if I was trying to level this one, I have a bunch of 4-star champions, okay, that I can just feed. I don't have 5 stars, but let's look at 4 stars, sorry. I have a bunch of 4-star champions that I need to decide. Am I going to actually use them on the account, or am I going to feed them? A lot of them, they just gonna be fed, but that's the thing. I have the food right now. So yeah, that's how I have to be running this. Because as you guys know, yeah, I'm deep into Mercy, but not pulling anything, so it doesn't matter how deep on Mercy. But guys, remember, HellHades pulled 220 shards on a 2x event and barely got epics. Didn't got any legendary, so let me just assume my luck gonna be the same. But that's it, guys. We're trucking along, we have resources, we're building more resources. Tomorrow, I believe, I actually got 500 energy, so also gonna be helping me because I realized, and it helped a lot today, I pulled a crit damage amulet for Dark Elf, so it was really good. I really needed something like this, and I'm probably gonna be pulling more. So I think my focus now gonna be running Spider's Den, because soon, for me to be able to get Arbiter, I gonna need to move up to stage 20. But for me to do that, I need to do a lot more damage than I've been doing right now. The other thing is Fire Knight, stage 20, long, but I do need to run to get certain gear. I could run Dragon, because I really feel what is holding my account at this moment's gear. Not as much the champions, because as you guys know, like you've seen Ash running Dragon hard with only rare champions and things like this. You can, if you have the gear. Now, I don't expect to get the gear a lot of the other content creators have, or even I have on my main account on this account. Not within the next few weeks, but I may be able to get good enough gear to be able to progress. And, you know, a lot of points for taking right now. I'm barely scratching Iron Twins. So if I'm able to run Iron Twins all the way up to even stage 12, that's close to 50 points, okay? If I can come twice golden and move up all the way to stage 25, even if I don't get too hard, also about 100 points. And pretty much like that's how we do. Dragon, probably the easiest one for me to keep going on hard. Clan Boss, this I may need. Yes, better gear will give me a few more points, but that's something that, I'll be honest, will be more dependent on certain champions, if I pull or not pull. But Doom Tower, we still have weeks. I probably can move up all the way on easy and then go and work on hard. Or I can actually start working on hard and then stop when I can't progress anymore and go to easy. One of the two I already ran for today on normal, but something I have to keep, you know, think about it. But yeah, guys, we're still trucking along. In a few weeks after the challenge is over, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more content on the main account, including some rare teams, epic teams, mostly feasible teams for most people. I still gonna be doing some free-to-play stuff, but not so concerned about being first. Anyway, guys, today's Sunday. I just want to update you guys where we are right now. The next few weeks, probably, unless something major happens, I'm not going to be making so much content about the free-to-play, at least not the challenge account. So yeah, I just want to cover that with you guys today. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the game.